citizens of the city that Cadmus founded, why have you come here? And what is it you want from me? Why do I smell incense and hear hymns and prayers and the cries of people weeping? Your anguish is obvious, so I, Oedipus, whom you all know, have come myself to find out what the problem is. Old woman, tell me what's bothering you. Are you afraid of something? Do you have something you want to ask of me? I'll do what I can. I'm not a man without pity.
You are our king. We stand before you both young and old. I am a priest of Zeus, the king of the gods. Some are here and others are in the temples praying. We have reason to pray because the city is rocked by a fierce storm, and it is drowning in a murderous sea. The fruit and the grain fall to the ground. There is a plague on the city. The cattle are sick and women are giving birth to dead babies. Black Hades is rich now in tears and moaning. We know you are not a god, but you are our leader and most suited for dealing with the gods, particularly in times of crisis. You solved the riddle of the Sphinx, that monster that killed us when we could not give her the answer that she wanted. We think it was a god who inspired you, so we've come for help, whether that help comes from God or some clever man who has experience. Help us now. You helped us once, and now we need it again. Don't let it be said that you've saved us only from destruction, but make things right in a lasting way. You're called the lucky one. Share that luck now. A king needs men to rule. A ship is nothing without men, and a city is the same.
I pity you. I know that you are sick, but no one is as sick as I am. Each of you are sick individually, but I am sick because I weep for you, for myself, and for the city. You do not awake me from some numb sleep without thoughts and tears for you. In my mind, I have been wandering down many paths, searching for different solutions. I sent Creon, my wife's brother, to Delphi, to Phobos Apollo, to find out what I can say or do to save the city. It's been such a long time since he left that I'm beginning to worry about him. But when he returns, I'll follow the god's advice.
Well said. Look, Creon's been sighted.
I pray that he guides us like some bright eye that sees the way to salvation.
The news must be good, otherwise he wouldn't wear a laurel wreath.
We'll soon know. Here he is. Creon, what news do you bring us from the gods?
Good news. Even misery, if it is cured, can bring happiness.
Tell me, what you say brings me neither joy nor fear. I don't know what you mean.
Do you want me to speak in public or go inside?
In front of everyone. I care more for these people than my own life.
I shall tell you what the gods told me. We are to drive out some evil presence that has settled in our country and even grew up here. Don't keep feeding it until it's beyond control.
How do we get rid of it? Tell me about it.
Drive it out, or pay back murder with murder since blood has rained on the city.
Who has been murdered?
King Lives, who was the leader of this land before you.
I've heard about him, but I've never seen him myself.
He has been killed, and now the gods order us to punish his murderers.
Where are they? How do you follow the faint tracks of a murder committed long ago?
The gods said you will discover him here in this land. If you look, he will discover what you are seeking. If not, the guilty one will escape.
Was Laius killed in his house, in the open, or in another country?
He said he was going to Delphi, but he never returned home.
Wasn't there someone who saw something and could tell us what they saw?
They all died, except one, who ran away because he was afraid. But his report was only clear about one thing.
What was it? Even a small clue could lead to something. One discovery could lead to many.
He said that robbers attacked and killed Lives. Not one, but many.
I'm surprised they would have dared. Someone from here must have bribed them.
That was the rumor, but after Laius died, no one could come up with any plausible answers.
What could have possibly stopped you investigating the murder of your king?
The Sphinx and her riddles forced us to stop chasing the invisible and look instead at what was at our feet.
I'll begin again, and I'll be your solution. Apollo was right to investigate this crime, and so are you. I'll be the ally of the dead man, and I'll avenge both this land and the gods. I won't be helping some distant acquaintance. but myself when I avenge this crime. Whoever killed him may want to attack me, and so in protecting him, I am protecting myself. You, take your branches and leave now, but call all the people to an assembly. I'll do everything I can. God willing, I'll get what I want, or I'll die trying.
May Apollo, who sent this message, be our savior and stop this sickness plaguing our country. What is this sweet word sent by Zeus from Delphi, rich in gold, to shining Thebes? Fear surrounds me, my heart pounds with terror and awe of you, the healer from Delos, whom I now call upon, with wonder at what you will bring to pass in the changing course of the seasons. Speak to me, golden child of hope, immortal oracle.
I call first on you, deathless Athena, daughter of Zeus, and you, sister Artemis, who guards the earth, famous for her round throne in the marketplace. Then Apollo, who shoots from afar. All three appear to me and protect me from all harm. If you have ever protected the city and averted the flames of disaster that lord over us, come now once again.
Our troubles are numberless. Disease infests our army. No spirit thought is sharp enough for defense. Our once famous land bears no fruit. Nor do women cry out in labor crowned by children, now one, now another, like the swift-winged bird fly to the shore of the god of the west. Swifter than furious fire, numberless are the city's dead, the unburied children lying on the ground. Death takes them without tears. Silvered-haired wives and mothers surround the altars, moaning their woes and weeping, suppliants in vain. The shrill hymn to Apollo mixes its blaze with songs of sorrow. Golden daughter of Zeus, take pity on us and send fair-faced salvation.
We fight a war that is no war. No bronze of shields, but Ares burns us and shouts as he attacks. May he turn tail, run far from our land, returning to Amphitrite's great hall, or to Thrace's storms that offer no harbor to strangers.
What night leaves unfinished, the day brings to pass. You, Father Zeus, mighty with your blazing lightning, destroy him with your thunderbolt. Lycian Apollo, help me now in my need. May your invincible shafts fly from your bow with its golden cord. You, Artemis, also, carrying bright torches of fire as you run over Lycian peaks. I call now on you, Bacchus of the wine-red face, who gave your name to this land. Your Maenads were near and joyfully shout, hero! Attack now with bright torch of pine, the dark god who destroys us, the god whom no god honors.
You asked for my help. If you listen carefully and treat the disease as I tell you, you'll find a cure and a relief for your suffering. Since I am a stranger to both the story and what was done, I wouldn't get very far without something to go on. I am now also a citizen, and so I make this announcement. Whoever knows who killed Laius, son of Labdacus, I order you to tell me the whole story. Don't be afraid. If you did it, you should give yourself up. The penalty won't be terrible, only to leave the city without any harm to yourself. If you know the person, or if he is a foreigner, I'll gratefully reward you. But if you remain silent, whether out of fear for yourself or anyone else, beware. I forbid any citizen of this land over which I rule to let this person into your house, or to speak to him, or to let him pray, or to sacrifice to the gods with you, or touch holy water. Instead, you must drive him from your homes, because he is the sickness described by Apollo. I decree this, and so become an ally of both the god and the dead man. I pray that he who has done this, whether a single man or several, I pray that that miserable man may scratch out his life in total misery. In addition, I pray that if he lives in my own house, with my own knowledge, that I be cursed in the same way. I order you to do this for myself, for Apollo, and for this land, now infertile, godless, and destroyed. Even if the gods did not force you to do this, you should have investigated the murder of this noble man and your king. Now I rule in his place and sleep in his bed with his wife. If he had been as lucky as me, we might have had children in common, but as it was, fate cut him short. That's why I'll fight for him as if he were my own father and discover his murderers. He was the son of Labdacus, whose father was Polydorus, who came from Cadmus, and before that Agenor. To those of you who do not do what I ask, I pray that the gods make your fields and your women barren, and that you die from what you suffer now, and even worse. But to those who agree with what I've said, I pray that justice be your ally, and that the gods walk by your side and favor you forever.
Since you press me, sir, I'll speak. I didn't kill him, and I don't know who did. Since Apollo laid this command on us, he should find the killer.
You are right, but no man can force a god against his will.
May I say what I think second best?
Tell me even third best.
Tiresias' site is next to Apollo's. We would get a clear answer if we asked him.
I've been busy there too. At Creon's suggestion, I sent 2 men to bring him. I wonder why he's not back yet.
The rest is all so vague, and the story's so old.
What? I want to know everything.
They said some strangers on the road killed him.
Heard that too, but no one saw who did it.
After hearing your curses, if there's any fear in him, he won't wait long.
A man who's not afraid to commit murder has no fear of words.
Here comes the man who will find him. Here's the divine prophet in whom alone truth makes his home.
Tiresias! Tiresias! You sort out all things in heaven and earth, those that can be taught and those that are not able to be spoken. Although you cannot see, you know what disease infests our city. You are our only savior and the man to rescue us. I don't know if you heard, but Apollo told us when we asked him that we would only be free from this affliction when we discovered the murderers of Laius and either killed them or sent them into exile from this land. So share with us your messages from birds or anywhere else. Save yourself, the city, and me from this plague brought onto us by this dead man. We beg you. It is the noblest task of all for a man to use his capabilities to help others.
How terrible knowledge can be when it does not help the one who possesses it. I forgot this. It should never have come.
What do you mean? You seem to have regrets about coming here.
Let me go home. It will be easier, both for you and for me.
It would be against the law not to tell us what we need to know. And it shows no love to the city that raised you.
You don't know what you're saying. And I don't want the same thing to happen to me.
We all beg you, for God's sake, tell us what you know.
You don't know what you're asking. I shall not reveal my suffering to say nothing of yours.
What do you mean? You know something but won't say it? You would rather betray and destroy the city?
I won't cause either of us to suffer. So give it up. You won't get anything from me.
You could drive a stone man. Won't you speak? Or do you prefer being stubborn and mysterious?
You blame me for being angry, but you don't see your own anger.
Who wouldn't be angry, hearing how you despise your own city?
Even though I keep quiet, things will work themselves out.
But shouldn't you tell me about these things?
Vent your anger if you must, but you won't get anything from me.
You've goaded me into telling you exactly what I think. You took part in the crime, although you didn't kill him yourself. If you weren't blind, you would probably have done that too.
That's so. And I tell you to keep your word and remember what you said. Don't speak to others or to me from this day on, because you are the unholy affliction on this land.
You think you can sit there and shamelessly say that and think there will be no consequences?
Not for me. Blame the truth.
Where does this truth come from? Not from your craft.
From you. You forced me to speak against my will.
What was it again? I want to know exactly what you said.
Didn't you understand? Is this a test?
Say it again! I want to know exactly what you mean.
I say that you are the murderer you are looking for.
You won't get away with saying that rubbish twice.
Shall I go on and make you even angrier?
Go on! You can't say anything that is more ridiculous than you already have.
I say that you are blind to the filth in which you live. In the worst relationship possible with those who are closest to you.
You really think you can go on saying these things?
If the truth counts for anything.
Yes, but not for you. You are blind in your ears, in your mind, and in your eyes.
It is too bad that you condemn me for something for which you will soon be accused.
You live in perpetual night. You cannot harm me or anyone else who looks upon the day.
I won't bring you down. Apollo will.
Was it you or Creon who was responsible for this plot?
Creon's not the problem, but you are.
Dark envy is provoked by wealth and power and a skill that surpasses skill. My proof is that Creon, my trusted friend from the beginning, has been plotting against me, secretly, out of desire for the throne which the city gave me, without my asking. Now he sets upon me this charlatan who weaves plots, a beggar up to tricks who only cares about lining his own pocket, but is blind in his craft. If you had any talent, why didn't you help the citizens in their hour of need, when the singing sphinx said her riddles? Not anyone could solve those riddles. Some prophetic skill was needed, but you could find none from your birds or gods. No, I was the one. Know nothing Oedipus. I stopped her using my brains, not nonsense from birds. And now you seek to throw me out, thinking you'll be a trusted advisor to Creon, sitting on the throne that used to be mine. You'll be sorry you came out with this plot to throw out the defilement. If you weren't such an old man, I'd teach you the hard way for devising this scheme.
You both have spoken in anger. That's not helpful. We have to figure out how best to do what the gods asked us to do.
Although you are the ruler, we have equal power to speak. I am not a slave to you, but I serve Apollo. I also am hardly in Creon's service. You insult my blindness, but you who are not blind cannot see your own suffering, nor where you live, nor with whom. Do you know your parents? You cannot see that you are the enemy of those above and under the earth. One day, the deadly-footed, double-woven curse that comes from your father and mother will drive you from this land. You see now, but you will soon be in darkness. How the mountains and shady caves will echo with your screams when, after having sailed into the port of your home with winds at your back, you finally see the truth about your marriage. But there's worse to come, which you don't even suspect, and it will destroy you and your children. You can blacken my and Creon's name as much as you like. No human being will ever be more utterly ruined, nor more cruelly than you.
This is intolerable! I can't hear another word. Go to hell! Get out of here and go home! Now!
I wouldn't have come if you hadn't sent for me.
If I'd known you'd speak such nonsense, I never would have brought you here.
Nonsense! Your parents thought me wise.
My parents! Wait! Who are they?
This one day will both birth and bury you.
Your words are smoke and riddles.
Aren't you the master of riddles?
You insult my strength.
It's that strength that ruined you.
I don't care what you say. I saved the city.
I'll leave.
Yes. Yes, you're nothing but a burden to me. Your departure will be good riddance to bad rubbish.
I've said what I came to say. I'm not afraid of you because you can't hurt me. But I tell you this. The murderer of Laius that you seek and threaten is here. He's thought to be a stranger, but it will turn out that he's native born. He won't be happy about that. Once he could see, but now he'll be blind. Once rich, now poor. He'll tap his way with a stick, a stranger in a strange land. He'll be seen as both son and husband to his wife, brother and father to his children with whom he lives, murderer of the father that bore him, sowing seeds in that same wife. That's something for you to think about when you go back into your palace. If you find I'm wrong, you can say I have no skill in seeing the future.
Who is it? The song of Delphi's rock accused of committing with his own bloody hands what was more unspeakable than unspeakable? It is time for him to run, swifter than the storm horses of a wild gale.
Apollo will attack him with his father's thunder and lightning, and close behind, fierce and infallible fates of death are hot on the track of their prey. The word, clear as crystal, shone out from the snowy peaks of Parnassus, ordering a search for the man in hiding. He wanders through the dark wood, into caves and over rocks. The wise seer has disturbed me greatly. I have nothing to say, either to agree or disagree. I know of no quarrel, either then or now, between Oedipus, son of Polybus, and Laius, son of Labdacus, to justify a trial. I cannot go against Oedipus' fame that all men know, to ally myself with Laius and his kin because of deaths hidden in mystery.
Zeus and Apollo know what they are doing. They know the past, present, and future of man. A prophet is different. He can be wrong, and I can equal him in knowledge. One man is wise in one way, another in another.
Before I see the word come to pass, I shall not agree with his accusers.
It was clear that the winged woman once fought with him.
He was seen to be wise in the contest, a friend to the city. In my heart, I shall never condemn him.
Citizens, I have come because I heard that Oedipus has accused me of terrible things. This is intolerable. If in any way he thinks I would have harmed him in word or deed, I won't live with this shameful reputation. This loss is too great. I cannot take this lightly. When I hear that I've betrayed the city, you and my friends.
Yes, that is what he said. But probably in anger because he wasn't thinking.
Was it said in public that I persuaded the prophet to tell lies?
Yes, but he didn't mean it.
This was the charge he made against me, with his eyes wide open and his mind clear?
I don't know. I don't understand what rulers do. But here he is, just coming out of the house.
How dare you come here? How dare you show your face at my house? You who would be my murderer and steal my throne. Tell me, by God, did you think me a coward and an idiot? Is that why you conceived this plan? Did you think I wouldn't find out and defend myself? You fool. It takes money and friends to steal a throne. Wealth and supporters
Listen to
give
what
power.
I have to say, and then judge me.
You are skilled at speech, but I won't be a good listener because you're my enemy.
Just listen.
Just tell me you're not a traitor.
You are wrong to cherish stubbornness when it makes no sense.
It makes no sense to think you can harm someone close to you and not be punished for it.
I agree. Tell me, what did I do to harm you?
Didn't you tell me to send for the prophet? Do you deny it?
No, and I still believe it was good advice.
How long has it been since Laius disappeared? Was murdered?
It was a long time ago, and the years add up.
Was the prophet doing this job then?
Yes, he was as wise and honored then as now.
Did he mention me then?
Not that I heard personally.
Didn't you try to find the killer?
Of course, but we heard nothing.
Why didn't the wise seer help you?
I don't know. If you know nothing, don't say it.
You know something. And if you know what's good for you, you'll tell me.
What? I won't hold anything back.
If he wasn't working with you, why did he call me Laius' murderer?
If that is what he said. Now you must tell me as much as I've told you.
I'll tell you, but I'm not the murderer.
So, you're married to my sister?
I don't deny it.
You rule this land and she has equal share in it?
I give her whatever she wants.
Am I not your equal? The third in this triad?
Yes! And that is why I call you traitor.
Listen to me and think about it. Why would anyone want to be king, living in constant fear rather than have the same power and sleep peacefully? I don't want to be king, as long as I enjoy the same privileges. Any sensible man would agree with me. I get all I want now and am free from fear. But if I were the ruler, I'd have to do a lot of things I would not want to do. Why do you think I prefer to be king when I have the same power and influence without any of the worries? I'm not stupid. I only want things which can benefit me. Now everyone calls me their friend and greets me warmly. If they want anything, they take me aside because they know I can get it for them. A wise man can never do wrong. I'd never do what you accuse me of, nor would I be an ally of anyone who did. Go to Delphi and find out whether what I reported was true. If you discover I have plotted with the seer, don't kill me by one vote, but two, yours and mine. But don't accuse me without any proof. It is as wrong to call a bad man good as to call a good man bad. I think if you get rid of a good friend, you destroy your life as well. You will learn this with time. It is only time that reveals the just man, whereas the unjust one is discovered in a day.
If you want the opinion of a cautious man, Lord, I think he has spoken well. Too swift a judgment is never safe.
A swift plot calls for swift action. To wait is to risk losing.
What do you want? To drive me from this land?
No. I want you to die. Exile's too easy. To show what envy means
You
that you must
refuse
make
to believe me, and nothing will persuade you? I can see you're not making sense.
enough sense to suit me.
You should also think of me.
You are a traitor.
And if you don't make sense?
All the same, I have to rule.
Not if you rule badly.
My city! My city.
It's mine too, not yours alone.
Stop! I see Jocasta coming from the palace just in time. Now with her help, you can settle your quarrel.
You foolish men, what are you thinking of to quarrel like this? Aren't you ashamed to air your private differences when the city needs you in its present crisis? Oedipus, please, go inside. And you, Creon, go home and don't make a small problem into something big.
Sister, your husband is threatening me with either death or exile.
That's right, because I found him plotting to destroy me.
I swear, if I have done anything you accuse me of, by the gods may I be cursed forever.
Oedipus, please believe him. That is a powerful oath, and we all heard it. The gods, me, and these people here.
I beg you, Lord, listen to her with both your heart and mind.
What do you want me to do?
Believe this man who's been trustworthy in the past. He's sworn, and the gods have heard.
Do you know what you want from me?
Yes.
What? Tell me!
Simply because you suspect him of something, do not banish this man who has proven himself by his oath to be your friend.
You realize you were asking for either my own death or exile.
No, that's not what I want. I just can't bear to see these private troubles added to the one that's been tearing our land apart.
Then let him off, even if it means I die or am driven from this land in dishonor. I do this out of pity for you, not him. He'll be my enemy forever.
I can see how hard it is for you. And your anger is blazing. That's dangerous for everyone around you. But this will hurt you most, as it is right.
Haven't you had enough yet? Won't you leave?
I'll go. You make no sense, but they do. And they have saved me.
Lady, why don't you take him into the house?
I will after I find out what happened.
Stupid talk, but even that can cause harm.
Both of them.
Yes.
What did they say?
Let's leave it alone now. It is the land that's my concern.
I know you're sensitive. But don't you see how you are ignoring me and are blunting my heart?
I will be mad to ignore you, because you saved my country when it was going through stormy times. Rescue it again and bring it safely to harbor.
Please, tell me what has angered you so much.
I shall. I respect you more than everyone here. Creon has been plotting against me.
Tell me the details.
He says that I killed Laius.
Did he see you or did he learn this from someone else?
He cleverly covered his own tracks by sending a prophet to accuse me with his lies.
I'll set your mind at peace. Listen to me. No mortal can be a prophet, and I'll prove it to you. Laius was given a prophecy not from Apollo, but from his priests, who said that he would die at the hands of his son. What happened? Laius was killed by robbers at the place where three roads meet. When the baby was 3 days old, his ankles were bound and he was left to die on a wild mountainside. So Apollo's oracles did not come to pass. The son did not kill his father. Laius did not suffer what he had feared, death at his son's hands. So much for prophets. Ignore them. What the gods want to happen, they will see to themselves.
A strange feeling came over me as you spoke just now. My heart began to race and my mind to wander.
What are you worrying about now?
You said that Laius was killed at a place where three roads meet.
Yes, that is what they said then and still do now.
And that's where it happened.
Yes, in focus. One road leads from Delphi, one from Daulis, and one goes south.
And how long ago did these things happen?
Just before you became king.
Oh, Zeus, what are you doing to me?
What is it that's bothering you?
Don't ask me now. What did Laius look like? How old is he?
He was tall, and his hair was just turning gray. He looked rather like you.
Without knowing, I may have cursed myself.
I am afraid to look at you now.
I have a terrible feeling that the blind seer could see, but tell me something else.
I am afraid, but whatever you ask, I'll tell you what I know.
Did he travel with a few men, or many guards as a king would?
There were 5 in all, and a herald with them. Just one carriage for Laius.
Oh, God. Oh, God, crystal clear now! Who told you that?
A slave. The only one who made it back safe.
Is he here now? In the palace?
He's not here now. When, after Laius' death, you took over, he begged me to send him into the fields to become a shepherd. He wanted to be as far from the city as possible. I sent him away. He was a good slave and deserved even better.
Can we get him here quickly?
Yes. Why?
I'm afraid I've said too much. That's why I want to speak to him.
He'll come, but I think I should know what it is that bothers you.
I won't deny you this, now that I am so anxious. Who better than you should hear about all that has happened to me? My father was Polybus, king of Corinth. My mother Merope, a Dorian. I was raised by the first of the citizens until something happened. Something that made me wonder, but hardly something that should have upset me as much as it did. A man who had drunk too much said I wasn't my father's child. took this very badly and was angry. The next day I went to my mother and father and asked them about this. They were furious at the drunk who had insulted me. I was pleased to see this, but it continued to bother me. I went to Delphi without my mother and father knowing. Apollo ignored what I asked, but he told me other horrible things. He said that I would have intercourse with my mother and bring into the light children that others couldn't bear to look upon. In addition to this, he said that I would be the murderer of my natural father. After this, I left Corinth, the city I knocked out by the star, so that I should never see these dreadful prophecies fulfilled. I walked to the place where you say the king died. I'll tell you the truth. When I arrived at the crossroads, I met a man with a herald, riding in a carriage, just as you said. The driver and the man tried to force me off the road. I grew angry and struck the driver when he was trying to push me away. When the old man saw this, he waited until I was coming past and then hit me full on the head with his double-pronged stick that he used to drive the horses. I paid him back with interest. I hit him full on with my staff and knocked him out of the carriage. Then I killed them all. If that stranger was Laius, then I am the most miserable of all men. No man more hated by the gods. No person, no citizen could let me into their homes. No one could speak to me. Everyone must drive me away. No one but me cursed myself in this way. Now I have touched you in the bed of the dead man with the same hands that murdered him. Am I a criminal? Am I an unholy monster? Must I run away and never see my family? Must I not walk on my native soil? Because then I risk marrying my mother and killing my father Polybus, who raised me and gave me life? Wouldn't someone be right to say that this fate comes from a savage god? Oh God. Oh God, by all that is holy, may I never see such a day. May I vanish from the eyes of men before I live to see such terrible crimes take place. My only hope is for the shepherd to get here.
When he gets here, what do you want from him?
I'll tell you. If he agrees with what you've said, then I'm acquitted.
What was it that I said?
You said that he claimed robbers killed him. If he still says that it was more than one, I didn't kill him. One does not equal many. But if he says it was one alone, that weighs more against me.
He said it was many, and he can't say otherwise now because the whole city heard him, not only me. Even if he does change his story now, he still can't prove that the killing of Laius was as predicted. Namely, that my son did it. That poor child couldn't have killed him, but died himself before he did. From this point on, I won't be taking prophecy seriously.
You make good sense. Just be sure and send someone to bring the man here.
I will send for him quickly. Please, let us go inside. I would not do anything you did not want me to.
May my destiny lead me always to be reverent and pure in both word and deed, and follow the laws that come from on high. They are born in the lofty heavens, and only Olympus is their father.
No mortal nature theirs, nor does forgetfulness lull them to sleep.
There is a great God in these laws, and he is ageless. Pride, reads the tyrant. Pride, if overstuffed beyond the proper and profitable, climbs up to the rooftop and plunges headlong into doom, sent by necessity, where feet are useless.
I pray that God never reverse the city's fair triumph. God will always be my protector.
But if someone walks disdainfully Arrogant with hands or word, careless with justice, without reverence to the gods, the main evil fate seize him for his misguided insolence if he does not win his profit justly, or restrains himself from unholy acts, or touches what must not be touched.
Whoever does these things shall not escape the shafts of disaster that will attack his soul.
If such a man is honored, why should I dance for the gods? I shall no longer go to the holy shrines of Delphi, the navel of the earth, nor to the shrines of Abbey or Olympia, if oracles do not tell the truth to all mankind.
If you hear all this as you should, Almighty Zeus, Lord of all, do not let this escape you and your immortal rule.
The oracle's sight is growing dim. Apollo's honor no longer shines. The power of the gods is dying.
Leaders of the land, I have decided to come to the temples of the gods and with my own hands offer these crowns of flowers and incense. Oedipus is tormenting himself with every possible doubt. He no longer sensibly weighs new information against the old, but agrees with every new speaker, especially if the message is a bad one. Since he ignores my advice, I have come to you, Lycian Apollo. You are closest, and I pray that you will find some good outcome. Now we all are terrified to see the captain of our ship struck down.
Strangers, do you know where the palace of Oedipus is? Or even better, do you know where he is?
This is his home, and he is inside. This is his wife and mother of his children.
May she be happy and live with happy people always. Blessings to the mistress of the house. Blessings to the mistress of the house.
Blessings on you, stranger, who deserve it for your graciousness. But tell me, why have come and what message you bring?
I have come with good news for your house and your husband.
What news is that, and from whom?
From Corinth. What I shall tell you will please you, but also bring you some sadness.
What is it? A double-pronged message?
Those in Corinth have said they want to make him king.
How can that be? Doesn't Polybus still rule?
No, death welcomed him home.
What are you saying? Oedipus's father is dead?
May I die if I lie.
You there. Go tell the masters at once. Oh, you prophecies from the gods, where are you now? Oedipus avoided his father so that he would not kill him. But see, he has died from natural causes.
My dearest wife, why have you sent for me?
Listen to this man, and then tell me what you think about God's holy oracles.
Who is he, and what does he have to tell me?
He is from Corinth to say that Polybus has passed away. He's dead.
What is this? Tell me yourself.
To put it bluntly, you can be sure he's dead.
By some treachery or sickness?
Even a small gust blows an old body to its resting place.
So he died from sickness. Poor man.
And the many years he put in.
Why should one look to Delphi and those screeching birds that predicted I was going to kill my father? He's dead and buried. I'm here and touch no weapon, unless he died from missing me. But Polybus sleeps in Hades, and with him went the worthless oracles.
Didn't I tell you for a long time now?
Yes. But I was afraid.
Don't worry any longer.
But shouldn't I be afraid of sleeping with my mother?
Why should any man be afraid? Chance rules everything, and there is no certain way to predict the future. It is best to take life easy. Don't be afraid of marrying your mother. Many a man has lain with his mother in his dreams. He lives best who regards this all as nonsense.
That would be fine if my mother weren't living. But even though what you say is true, as long as she lives, I'll be afraid.
Of whom are you afraid?
Merope, who lived with Polybus.
Why are you afraid of her?
There was a terrible prophecy.
Can you tell me, or is that forbidden?
No. Apollo said I would have intercourse with my mother and shed my father's blood with my own hands. That's why I've lived far away from Corinth. Things worked out well for me, but It is sweetest of all to look into the eyes of our parents.
Was that the fear that drove you out of our city?
Yes, so that I wouldn't be my father's murderer.
Well, since I have come as a friend, why don't I relieve you of that fear?
I'll reward you well.
Yes, that was my hope, and when you return home, you would reward me for my
I'll
service.
never return to my parents.
It is clear you do not know what you're doing.
What do you mean? For God's sake, tell me.
It's on their account you do not go home.
Yes, I'm afraid the oracle will come true.
So you're avoiding crimes against your parents?
Yes, that's what frightens me.
Well, you have nothing to be afraid of.
How can that be if they are my parents?
Oedipus was not related to you.
What do you say? Isn't Polybus my father?
No more than I am, but equally so.
How can my father be equal to someone who is of no relation to me?
Neither he or I was your father.
Why did he call me son?
I gave you to him as a gift from my hands.
He loved me so much. One he got from another's hands?
Yes, he had no children of his own.
Did you buy me or find me before giving me to him?
I found you in the wooded valley of Chiron.
What were you doing there?
I was a shepherd in charge of flocks grazing there.
A wandering shepherd. Serving someone?
Yes. And the man that saved you at a critical time.
Why critical?
Your ankles carry the telltale scars.
Why do you speak of that old pain?
I released your ankles when they were pierced and tied
together. Terrible shame from infancy.
That's how you got your name.
Did my mother or father give me that name? Tell me!
I don't know. The man who gave you to me knows better.
Then you didn't find me, but received me from some other shepherd.
Yes. Another shepherd.
Who is he? Do you know how to tell the truth?
So someone said he was Laius's man.
The man who used to rule here?
Yes. He was that man, the shepherd.
Is he still alive? So that I can speak to him?
Your people would know best.
Do you know the shepherd of whom he speaks? Have you seen him here or in the fields? Tell me! It's time everything is revealed.
I think he is the same man you asked to come here from the fields, but Jocasta might be the best one to tell you.
You know the man we sent for. Is this the same man?
Why ask about him? Pay no attention. Forget what has been said. It is worthless information.
You want me to cover my own birth? Just when we're getting so close?
Please, I beg of you, by the gods above, if you care about your life, don't try to find this out. It is enough that I am sick over it.
Don't worry. Even if I'm a slave and can trace my blood back 3 generations, you are still noble.
Please, listen to me, I beg you. Don't do this.
You will never talk me out of discovering the truth.
I am telling you this for your own good.
It's that good that has been tearing me apart for a long time now.
Oh, you miserable man. I hope you never learn who you are.
Will someone bring this shepherd to me? Let her go and glory in her wealth and high birth.
Oh, you unhappy man. That is all I can call you and nothing else ever again.
Why has she rushed off in such wild anguish? I'm afraid that from this silence, an evil storm will erupt.
Let that storm's fury rain down on my head. Even if I come from beggars, I want to know where I came from. But she, with her wealthy heirs, she'll be ashamed if I'm not noble. I am a child of chance, and I won't be despised by that lucky fact. Chance is my mother, and my brothers and sisters, the moons and the stars that determined at one time for me to be small and another time great. With such a parent, how can I turn into something other than a man who wants to learn who he is? I don't know this man, but judging by his age, I would say, here comes the shepherd we seek. You would know better than I. You know.
Yes, I recognize the man. Although only a shepherd, he was Laius' trusty servant.
I'll ask you first. Stranger from Corinth, is this the man of whom you speak?
Yes, the man before your eyes.
You there, old man, look at me and answer my questions. You were Laius' servant once.
Yes, I was a slave. I wasn't bought, but I was born and raised in the household.
What was your work? And what sort of life did you lead?
For most of my life, it was taking care of the flock.
Where did you stay with your flock?
Chiron and the places nearby.
Do you know this man? And did you meet him there?
doing what? What man are you talking about?
This man there. Have you ever had anything to do with him?
Not that I could say or remember quickly.
No wonder. I'll jog his memory. I'm sure he remembers the place around Kithyron where he had 2 herds and I had 1.
That's true, but it was a long time ago.
Now tell me this. Do you remember giving me a child to raise as my own?
What? Why are you asking me this?
That's him, the baby grown up and king.
Damn you, can't you keep your mouth shut?
Don't hit it! He doesn't deserve it as much as you do.
Oh, best of masters, what have I done wrong?
You're not telling us what we need to know about the child.
He doesn't know what he's talking about, and he's wasting our time.
If you won't respond to polite questioning, we'll use force, and you'll soon be crying from the pain.
I am old. Don't abuse me. What do you want to know?
Did you give the man we are talking about to this man?
I did. I wish I'd died on that day.
You'll get your wish if you don't tell me what I want to know.
If I speak now, I'll die more surely that way.
This man is wasting our time.
No, I've already told you I gave him the child.
Did you get the child from a home or from some other place?
It was not my own. Someone gave it to me.
From what citizen? And what home?
Please, by God, don't ask any more.
You're a dead man if I have to ask again.
It was from someone from Laius's palace.
A slave or one of the family?
Oh, now I'm on the verge of revealing something terrible.
And I to hear it, but it must be heard.
It was said that the child was his, but his wife inside could tell you best all the details.
Did she give it to you?
Yes.
Why?
To kill it.
How could a mother do that?
From fear of prophecies.
That said what?
That he would kill his parents.
Why did you give the child to this man?
I pitied it. I thought he could take it to another country. He did. But in doing that, he saved it for the worst. If you are that man he says you are born to suffer.
Oh! Light! This is the last time I look on you. I who am shown to be born for whom I should not have been born, and you have slept with her whom I should not have. To have killed. Him I ought not to have killed.
Oh, generations of men.
Your life adds up to nothing. Happiness is only an illusion which
then fades away.
I count no man happy, Oedipus, when I see you and your suffering.
You and your fate.
You stretched your bow and hit the mark. Yes, by God, no one more successful and fortunate than when you slew the riddle-singing siren of the curved claws.
You protected our country and stood like a wall against death.
That is why you are called my king, honored with the greatest honors, ruler over mighty Thebes.
What can be worse than what follows? A life overturned, companion to suffering and wild destruction.
One generous harbor received both child and father when they entered their marriage bed.
How long could the field plowed by your father bear it all in silence?
Time the all-seeing has found you out, all unwilling, and judge you of old, indicting that marriage that was no marriage.
Father not father, and child not child, but both one and the same.
Oh, son of Laius, how I wish never to have seen you. Streaming from my lips is sorrow, bitter sorrow. If I speak truly, you gave me life again, only to close my eyes in their final sleep.
You who are honored things you will hear that were now done and soon see for yourselves. How you shall mourn if you are still loyal to the house of Labdicus.
I do not think that the Ister or Phasis rivers could cleanse this house of the horrors it conceals, and which the light will now illuminate, both those done willingly and unwillingly. Those sufferings pain us most that we ourselves have chosen to do.
What has happened is already beyond endurance. How can you add anything more?
First of all, Jocasta is dead.
Poor woman. How did she die?
She did it herself. You've escaped the worst because you didn't see it yourself.
We'll tell you all we remember and what the poor woman suffered. She was beside herself and rushed inside right to her bridal bed.
She ripped at her hair with both her hands.
She called on the long dead Laius, remembering the love-making of long ago, which resulted in his death at the hands of a child who was cursed because of him.
She wailed over her bed for her double misery, that she would give birth to a husband from a husband and children from children.
We don't know the details of her death because Oedipus broke into the room screaming, and we couldn't see clearly as he moved around. He wandered about, asking us for a sword and where he could find his wife. No wife, but that field that bore double harvest of himself and his children.
Some god guided him, none of us women standing near. He shouted furiously and burst against the double doors, twisting the bolts from their sockets, and lurched into the room.
We saw his wife hanging there from a noose of knotted rope. When he saw her, he let out a terrible howl and cut the noose. When she lay on the ground, what followed then was horrible.
Oedipus took from her dress the long gold pins that held it together. He pierced his eyes, shouting that they would not see what he had suffered,
or the terrible things he had done. What they should not see would be covered in darkness for all time, and they would not recognize even those whom he longed to see.
Chanting, he repeated things like this and struck.
And struck.
His eyes! Again and again.
Again and again.
His wounded eyeballs wet his cheeks, and the bloody rain did not let up. A dark storm of clotted blood dripped down like hail.
Terrible horror for both husband and wife. Yes, they were once happy, truly happy, but now today only moans, destruction, death, shame. Not one evil that a man can name is absent here.
Can that suffering man find any relief from his pain?
He cries out for someone to open the gates and to show to all the citizens of the city the man who slew both his father and his mother. He said unholy things, which I won't repeat. He wishes to throw himself out of this land and not remain in the house any longer. He says he is cursed, and he put that curse on himself. He needs the strength of a guide because his sickness is more than he can bear. He'll show you himself. The gates are opening. You will see a man you will pity even if you now loathe him.
O suffering terrible for men to see, the most terrible I have ever known. What madness came over you, miserable man? What god leapt the longest leap of all, pouncing on you from the heavens to bring you down?
You poor, poor man, I can't bear to look at you. I want to ask you so much, learn so much, and see so much, but you terrify me.
Why? Such pain. Where can I go? What breeze carries my voice and where? Where has fate brought me?
Into a terrible darkness.
Where nothing can be heard nor seen.
Cloud of darkness! Unspeakable visitor, irresistible and carried by an evil wind. The pain of it, pain again! The memory of what I have done lays into me like a lash on open wounds.
It's no wonder after what has happened. You both suffer and cry out
Again and again.
Dear friend, you are still here and stay to care for a blind man. I know you're there. You can't hide. Although it is all dark for me, I can hear your voice!
What a terrible thing you have done.
How could you put out your eyes? What demon inspired you?
Apollo did it! Apollo, friends. He caused this evil and made me suffer. But it was me alone who struck out my eyes. Why should I see? I'm a man for whom sight holds nothing sweet.
I know.
What is left for me to see? Or love? Or what words could be pleasant to hear? Throw me out, throw me away! One who stinks of death. A man most cursed and most hated by the gods.
You suffer both in mind and fate.
I wish I had never come to know you.
Damned be the shepherd who released my feet from their cruel ties, snatched me from death and saved me. He did me no favor. If I had died, there would have been no suffering for anyone close, nor for myself.
That would have been my wish also.
I would not have killed my father, nor been known as the husband of she who bore me. Now I am a godless man, a child of cursed parents, a man who conceived children as siblings to the same children his own father had conceived. If there is an evil that surpasses evil itself, Oedipus claims it.
Somehow you were ill-advised, because you would be better off dead than living as a blind man.
Stop telling me what to do, or what is best. When I come to Hades, if I were able to see, how could I look on my father or my mother, against whom I have committed unforgivable sins? Would I want to see my children, knowing how they were conceived? Never with these eyes, nor the cities, the towers, the holy statues of the gods. I, the noblest man in Thebes, to my misery curse myself, telling everyone to throw out the man whom the gods have shown to be a sinner of Laius' race. How could I look on my city after I announced my own crime and punishment? Never. If I could have halted the stream of my hearing, I would have welcomed it. To lock up this suffering body in a prison with no sight, no sound. It is sweet to live in memories alone, far from evil. Cathiron, why did you take me? Why couldn't you have killed me straight off, so I would have never revealed to men my origins? Polybus in Corinth, called home of my fathers. How fair you may seem the foulness underneath, and so you raised me. But I am foulness itself, born from those who were foul. 3 roads and a hidden valley, a small cluster of trees, and that narrow path where 3 roads meet. You drank my blood and the blood of my father that I myself shed. Do you remember what I was doing when I was on my way here? Marriage. Marriage. You made me, and you made more from the same seed. You brought to life fathers who were brothers, children of incest, brides who were both wives and mothers to their husbands. Yes, you engendered the most shameful acts that man can do. But it is not right to speak about what was not right to do. And so, for the sake of the gods, hide me away as quickly as possible out of sight. Or kill me. Throw me into the sea where you will never see me again. Show yourselves to be good men and to touch this suffering man. I alone am polluted. No man but me is able to bear this suffering.
Here is Creon, and he will advise you about what you should do. He rules the country now, and is our sole protector.
What can I say to him? How could he trust anything I have to say? Everything I have said or done before is wrong.
I did not come here to taunt you or criticize you for past wrongs. But if you have no shame before me, at least respect the light of the sun which fosters all things. Do not show your crime, one that neither the earth, nor the holy rain, nor the light can tolerate.
Since beyond my wildest dreams, you have acted as the best of men. To me, the worst of men. I beg of you one favor. I ask this for your sake, not mine.
And what is it that you would ask of me?
Throw me out of this land as quickly as possible to a place where no living person can speak to me.
I would have done exactly that, but I wanted first to consult with the oracle to find out what must be done.
But it's clear what it said, that I, the unholy father killer, must die.
It is better to learn what must be done in the present crisis.
Will you ask about me? Miserable man that I am.
Yes, and even this time you should trust the god.
I ask you to bury her who is inside, for it is only right that she is buried by her own family. As for me, don't ask the city to shelter me, but let me go and live in the mountains, in that place called Cathyra, which when they were alive, my parents wanted to be my tomb. Let me die in the place they tried to kill me. I know I would not have died from sickness or anything else. I was spared for death from something terrible and evil. Let my fate lead where it will. Don't worry about my boys, Creon. They are men and can earn their living wherever they are. But please, take care of my little girls, who always shared in food at my table and shared in all that I touched. Please do this for me. You, my Lord, noble from birth, please let me touch them and weep with them over all that I have suffered. Touching them would be as good as seeing them. But why do I say this? Don't I hear my dear ones crying now? Creon has pitied me and sent for my dearest beloved daughters. Is it so?
You are right. I gave you this. I knew they would bring you a moment of joy, as they always did in the past.
May God bless you. And may God lead you on a better path than he led me. Children, where are you? Come here, children. Come to your brothers and father's hands, now whose eyes that used to be bright, not seeing, not knowing, he became your father by her from whom he also was born. Although I cannot see you, I can hear you weep. I know how terrible your life will be, the kind of life that men will give. What assembly, what feast, what parties will you not leave in tears rather than joy? And when you grow up, given your background, who will marry you and risk hearing gossip about you and your parents? It's all there. Your father killed his father and had children from his mother, source of his own life. That's what you'll hear. So who will marry you? No one. You'll die unmarried and childless. Creon, son of Menecius, since their own parents are dead, you are their father now. Do not let them become beggars or be unwed. Do not let them suffer like I have suffered. Take pity on them. They only have what you choose to give them. So say yes, kind man, and touch them with your hand. There is a lot I could have told you if you were older. But for now, pray that you live where you can, and that you have a better life than your fathers.
You have wept enough. Go inside now.
I don't want to, but I'll do what you say.
Everything good has its time and place.
Do you know my conditions for leaving?
Tell me. I'll listen.
Send me out of this country.
It's up to the gods.
Gods hate me.
So then you'll probably get what you want.
Will you keep your promise?
I don't say things I don't mean.
Send me away. Now.
Go now. And let your children go.
No! Don't send them away!
You no longer have any say in what happens here. Your days of power are over.
All you who live in Thebes, look here on Oedipus.
He was the most powerful of men after he solved the famous riddle.
Every citizen looked upon him with envy. See what a fierce storm and disaster has swept him away.
You who are born to die, look to your last day.
Call no one happy before reaching the end of life.
Free from sorrow,